everyone. It is my birthday. Hi. And I'm making sauerkraut. For some reason, all of my ferments this year have not been successful. My ginger beer went bad and I don't know what happened there. And my kombucha is not fermenting. It's like at a standstill. I don't really know why. Maybe my SCOBY is dead. Not really sure. We are going to be successful this time with sauerkraut. I already shredded it and did the prep work. I did half of a carrot that I shredded, 2 heads of cabbage, and 2 fennel heads as well. I'm going to weigh it right now so I can figure out how much salt to use, which is very important. Salt is what preserves it and draws the liquid out of the cabbage and all the other vegetables in there to make a brine. So it'll be submerged and it'll sit in that brine and ferment, hopefully be done in a week or so, maybe. So I'm gonna weigh everything out. I kept the outside of the cabbage heads so I can put this on top of the sauerkraut and then I can put weights on top of that. That is a good tip if you're making sauerkraut. Keep the outside leaves just for using as a top piece to the sauerkraut to hold everything down. I'm also gonna weigh those. Looks like I'm gonna use every bowl in the house today. 2007.1 is how much all of this weighs. Now I'm going to pull up a fermentation calculator or sauerkraut brine calculator. I'm gonna figure out how much salt I need and I don't have to do any of the math. Okay, well, I do have to do a little bit of the math. I found this website that popped up second and it says the weight in grams times 0.015. And that is how much salt you should have. 30.11 grams. So I ended up with going with 38.5 grams of salt. You want 1.5 to 2% salt to vegetable ratio. So that is what I ended up going with. I'm gonna try to layer and mix this as best I can so everything gets mixed in with the salt. I'm also adding the outer pieces. They are not exempt from a little salt bath. I forgot I had a whole other bowl of cabbage over here. Whoops. I made this sauerkraut like a year and a half ago and it was amazing. I use fennel, so I call it fennel sauerkraut, and it's just awesome. If you like the taste of fennel, you should definitely try this. I know fennel is not for everyone, but it is pretty light on it. It's not like super fennel-y enough, you know? Now I'm gonna try to massage it just to break down some of the fibers and get the vegetables to release their juice a little bit more. I'm gonna cover this and then wait about 10 to 15 minutes. So this is my favorite part. This is when we are going to be pounding the cabbage down to release more liquid from it with a tamper. I totally forgot to add my seasonings, like hello. So I'm gonna add that now and give it a mix and then continue packing it into this vessel. By the way, this recipe will be in the description, so if you want to make it yourself, I will have all the notes and details in the description. Gloves back on because I'm trying to be as sanitary as possible so the fermentation doesn't get messed up like all my other ones. I'm gonna add some of this to the vessel and just kind of mix it around in there. Try not to crush the bay leaf up too bad. You really don't want to eat that in the finished product. I'm gonna pour the juice. There we go. That's all we got in there. And the rest of this cabbage mixture in. Looks like our juice is about right here. That's great. You pretty much want to keep pounding it down until the liquid is above the cabbage. Alrighty, I'm gonna start putting the leaves that I saved on top. So I made a little extra brine to pour in there. Ideally, I would like the cabbage to produce its own brine, but that didn't happen, and I'm just gonna pour in this little brine that I made real quick until it is covering the cabbage, and then I will put my weight on. This is the weight that I am using. I think I have 2, but I can't find the other one, so I'm just gonna use this one and hope for the best. I'm gonna check the sauerkraut every day and taste it in about 5 days and see if it's ready. I put an airlock on top. This helps it to release gas, but nothing bad can go in because there's water in there preventing that. Alright, I am outside. I wanted to eat my donut on the balcony, but it got really windy all of a sudden. So let's eat this before getting a bunch of soil flown into my face. This is like a mochi donut and it's filled with red bean paste, and on the outside there's cinnamon sugar, and it's one of my favorite donuts ever, or like pastry, like I don't really know. Hi. So yeah. Oh my god. That's what it looks like. I love red bean paste so much. It's so good. The outside's a little chewy. It is the most perfect donut ever. Or I don't even know what you would call it. Donut ball? A stuffed donut? I have no idea. I am at the garden and I'm going to give you a little bit of a garden tour. Everything is just exploding with growth with all of these hot temperatures we've been experiencing. The corn is looking so amazing and the stalks look really good, really nice and thick. There's no damage from bugs yet, and I hope it stays that way. These are the onions, again, looking so beautiful. Nice thick stalk on some of them. Cannot wait to harvest them. I have no idea if they are bulbing or not. Over here we have the long green onions, the iron long and king long. They're surviving, which is really great. Next to it we have a kale right there, and that is a lemon balm right there. I have beans in between the corn, so there's a bunch of pinto beans in there. We have more kale right here, and this is komatsuna. Komatsuna is now like my favorite green ever. It tastes exactly like spinach, but it doesn't have a lot of oxalates in there, so it doesn't coat your teeth in those weird crystal things, and it won't give you a kidney stone. So I highly recommend komatsuna. It's been growing so lovely despite the pest damage, and it tastes so good. We have more onions behind the komatsuna. Then to the left we have arugula that I'm allowing it to flower, and then lettuce right here, which should be picked. It's so hot, but it's so beautiful, and I kind of want to keep it that way. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to leave it or consume it. Over here we have catnip. Next to that is purple green beans, calendula in the corner way back over there. We have collard greens, kale, and then more purple green beans. Tomatoes are over here, looking so good. 2 giant tomatoes right there on that one. Can't wait to pick those. We have peppers that I planted a couple weeks ago now, and they are doing well. They're not dead, so that is a plus. This is cilantro, doing amazing. Just truly so good. I keep picking it and it's just growing taller and taller. I love it so much. These are the cabbages. I think they're in their cupping stage where their leaves kind of turn up. It's called cupping, I guess. So pretty. Big. Ew, grasshopper. Wow, this is Napa cabbage, which is exciting. I've never grown cabbage before. Next to that is pinto beans, and then Swiss chard, and there's beets in there as well. And behind that is a giant patch of daikon. We have cucumbers right there growing, starting to grow. I should trim back the arugula a little bit so they can get more sun, and they definitely need water. Over here we have more pinto beans, onions, tomatoes back there, and the peppers as well. A patch of calendula here. Mini peppers right here and here. These are potatoes, a big patch of potatoes. Some of them are looking like they are going to be blooming soon, which is really exciting. We have radishes right here and carrots growing right next to it. These are peas, and they have so many peas on them. When I first got here, it was knocked over like that, and for some reason it just didn't grasp on to the trellis there. I don't know, maybe the wind blew it down? I have no idea. And then we have snap peas right here. So many snap peas. I think I'm gonna be able to harvest some today. These are long beans. Very excited about that. They're getting eaten so bad by grasshoppers. Ugh, I really hope they survive. This is another patch of cilantro. It's so beautiful and healthy looking. And then nasturtium back here on this fence doing its best, despite also getting eaten by grasshoppers. By the calendula in the corner over here, I have more pinto beans, and then behind that is all of the tomatoes. We also have melons right here growing. So exciting. And oh my gosh, guess what? We have squash growing. Yes, gray zucchini and or yellow crookneck squash. I cannot remember which one it is, but we have one in each area that I planted, which is great. Decided to pick all of the radishes. I need to figure out what I want to plant here instead. Spiky. I think I want to grow purple snap peas next year. It'll be a little bit easier for me to see them. Let's see if any peas are ready. This one seems ready. Okay, I'm gonna shell my first pea ever. I think I'm going to freeze them as I harvest them so they are at their freshest. I've never grown peas like this before, but I believe I have to take them out of here. I'm gonna weigh them and then I'm gonna freeze them. .8 grams. Not bad. So cute. So good. So sweet. All right, so this is my birthday meal. We ordered from this vegan place called V Revolution in Denver. I am so excited to eat this. These are chicken wings. I think they're salt and pepper chicken wings. This is a katsu burger. Looks so good. These are roasted Brussels sprouts and some other stuff in there. I don't really know, but they look so good. This one is Mongolian beef and it has zucchini, onions, rice, maybe peppers, not sure what else, but also looks so good. And this is Dan Dan noodles. I think they use Beyond Beef in there. And there's some bok choy and noodles underneath there. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Wow. That is so good. Oh my God. Definitely made out of seitan. Are we ready for this? This is the chicken wing. Oh, whoa. Oh my God.